Disclaimer: discussions of suicidal thoughts, grooming, harassment of minors, animal abuse, pedophilia, racism, and homophobia are present in this video. I advise you not to watch this if these are sensitive topics to you. Please do not harass anybody mentioned in this video, as it's specifically made solely to spread awareness.
For those of you within the Minecraft community, you've likely witnessed the rise of many shorts creators who have skyrocketed through the algorithm in recent months. However, one of them is this man. Hey, I'm Dam. You may have seen him around before, but what you might not have known is that this is not his only name. He's gone by others such as Dexonic, Perprate, iDabloader, Updive, and a plethora of other aliases in the past. Why would one person feel it necessary to rebrand and switch identities constantly, effectively restarting your content creating journey each time? Well, there is a reason, and that is why I am making this video. These names were all an attempt from one man who had a history of serious and reprehensible actions. And while he's publicly stated that he's sticking to this identity and will no longer try to hide his past from the world, which is clearly proven by the fact he's unlisted his apology video, and regularly argues with people on Twitter about it, a man who spent over half a decade harassing, manipulating, guilt-tripping, and creeping on minors should not be trusted with such a large platform upheld by an audience full of them. So today, I'm going to raise the curtain to spread awareness about the truth of Minecraft's most disgusting YouTuber.
As the core of Dam's business is creating content, it makes sense to start out lightly and discuss his years of shady practices within and outside of the YouTube sphere. The Cursed Judge made a video last year discussing his failings here in detail, but to keep it brief, he has a prolific history of purchasing and selling off various social media accounts for quick clout. In the case of his old Dam channel, he either subbotted the channel himself or bought it from someone who already did, and used that artificial growth to spam comments all over the platform in order to rapidly garner attention. As annoying as this is, it's not really the problem here. In this business, he's also an infamous scammer. On OG Users, a site specifically for selling socials, he's been banned on multiple accounts for repeatedly scamming people out of their hard-earned money. One time, he even claimed to a person he scammed that he couldn't pay up to the deal because his bank stopped working, which makes so much sense. And to top it all off, he even once catfished someone pretending to be an e-girl begging for money and successfully scammed them into sending some. We've seen a lot of shit here, but you can't tell me you've seen a Minecraft YouTuber blatantly catfish people before. It'd be funny if it weren't so twisted and bizarre. Actually, it's still kind of funny. However, that's only the beginning. Dam's shenanigans expand far beyond YouTube. As tweets from Sakaria MC show, Dam has been recorded using the N-word on multiple occasions and chucking a scooter at his cat on camera in a Discord call with multiple witnesses. He has apologized for these actions in videos that are just total masterpieces, but his story has changed before even between apologies. In an older apology from 2021, he claimed his friends in a group call pressured him to hit his cat. Later uncovered screenshots showed that initially he tried to defend himself by saying the scooter clearly never hit the cat, despite the fact that he was looking directly at it as it made contact. Smart. Now, all of these actions and decisions are in the past. Granted, they're not very far in the past, but you may argue that none of this is worth the title of Minecraft's most disgusting YouTuber. And you're right, on its own, it's not. But all of these actions are worth being explained as they set the bar for the even more disturbing and recent things that Dam has done. They establish the precedent that Dam has a pattern of egregiously reckless behavior. He always initially lies about what he's done, hardly seeming to understand the gravity of his actions until he's dogpiled onto by the community and is practically forced to respond, as has been the case on multiple occasions. I wouldn't expect top-tier professional behavior from someone who's been in Dan's position, but I wouldn't expect such sheer ignorance either. With all of this set as our baseline, and holy fuck, the bar is already low enough, it's time to move on to the next section, and the reasons why Dam truly cannot be trusted with his platform.
This section will delve into the core of Dam's most abhorrent actions and what he is most infamously known for. Since at least 2017, all the way up until late last year, Dam has repeatedly sought after, harassed, and guilt-tripped multiple minors within the Minecraft community. It is likely that some encounters he's had are not even known to the general public, but we will discuss the most well-known cases here from the past until his most recent actions. These are featured in both his 2021 and 2022 apology videos, the latter of which I'll be referencing. The video, it feels like a horrific rabbit hole, diving into multiple instances spanning across 6 goddamn years of "hey, I'm douchebag" harassing teenage girls, or in the first case we were talking about, a preteen. The first thing he shows in the video is him asking for nude photos from a minor whose name is Ava. At the time, he was about to turn 16 and she was 12. Hardly pubescent. People argue a lot about age gaps, and it can be a complicated and sensitive subject to discuss. But let's be clear, this is a 15-year-old dude pressuring a 12-year-old girl for nudes, in a very calculated manner. That's what we're starting with. It wasn't even just sexting though. He also admitted to guilt-tripping her, saying that he would kill himself and even threatening to dox her. Although he states that these threats were never followed up on. He practically traumatized an innocent child, and for what? His own sick pleasure? But that's not even close to the end of this, as the rabbit hole continues. The next case shows a Snapchat conversation of him begging another 12-year-old girl, yep, another one, to hook up with him. This time he was actually 16. He begs her, saying that nobody would know about the relationship, which, holy shit, is a disturbing remark itself, harassing her relentlessly and repeatedly guilt-tripping her into the relationship as well. He throws up even more screenshots of him messaging girls to go out with him. Like, here, the recipient is very clearly telling him she doesn't even want to be in a relationship, and after he persisted, she unfollowed him on Twitter, presumably trying to cut contact, at which point he begs her to refollow him again, which, to be fair, it doesn't really surprise me that this guy's biggest priority in life right now is getting a girl on the internet to follow him back on Twitter. He even admits that he was desperate for a girlfriend. Like, this whole thing is wild. What's noteworthy about his apology, though, is it's hardly a self-reflection of his own actions. It's just him reading off a shopping list of all the shit he's done, saying sorry and moving on. He mumbles his way through with his dead inside fucking monotone voice, and it sounds like he's more annoyed at the fact that he got caught rather than actually apologizing, which many viewers of the video agree with. He also pushes past an incident involving a 15-year-old and thigh pics while he was 18. Do you see where this is going? He asked a 15-year-old to write his name on their thighs, quote, no balls. This girl was already dating someone and was also, say it with me now, a minor. In an interview with a fellow YouTuber advisor, he claims that he was legit just fucking around. I find his definition of a joke quite interesting though. You can say this isn't pedophilia, Dan will sure tell you as much, and sure, it's not, but dude, it's a fucking adult and a teenager. There's just jokes you can't make in life, and that's one of them. You can't yell fire in a public building and say it was a prank when people get hurt. You can't just make sexual advances towards a minor and say, just a prank, bro. Also, can I just point out how many minors this guy's been caught chasing throughout his whole life?
I love it when they run.
Can you seriously not find a single person older than you who wants to fuck? Huh? But I digress. However, everything you've just been told is what Dam has admitted to in his own apology on his own terms. What he conveniently doesn't show you is, as we've already mentioned, all the times he's changed his story about his actions, or the angry and manipulative way he's fought back against people who confronted him in his DMs. Remember the thing I just said about him claiming asking for thigh pics was a joke? He initially said he didn't do it, at all. Point blank, just, I did not do that. Remember him lying about the scooter cat incident? Remember the fact that he catfished someone? That has nothing to do with this part of the video. I just think you should remember that. Want another fun fact? He admitted to advisor in that interview that his girlfriend straight up fully believed that the incident never happened. Not that she forgave him for it, not that she thought it was a joke. He told her that it never happened and she believed it. Those are, very briefly, the most well-known cases of Dam chasing after minors for all these years. His victims, and yes, I'm saying victims, he fucking groomed them. Other people have said it, and I'll say it too, have had no time to heal as he has continued to force his way into the Minecraft community. And again, as you know, it has worked. He's gone through nearly the entirety of 2022 under the radar, building up his shorts channel to a legitimate audience of hundreds of thousands of fans. I think this excerpt from a lengthy conversation he had with the cursed judge can wrap up this section the best. I just hate when people don't know the full story and are so judgmental they won't listen to it. I'm just being honest with you here. You can be honest and I respect that. I am trying to be honest and professional as well. Asking nudes from a 13-year-old, 3 years younger than you, should generally kill all discussion immediately. There's nothing to discuss past that point. There's no professionalism. That's not pedophilia. If that's your best defense, you're fucked. Dam's actions may not be pedophilia, but they're still entirely fucked up, and we may never even know the true extent of what he's done, and the majority of it is still very recent. Even if we did know the full story, we simply wouldn't have time to cover it all. It is so clear and obvious that he should not be trusted with a platform in this community. Full stop. And if the only defense for his outrageous offenses is, at least it's not pedophilia, there is just no world where that is even fucking close to good enough.
Dam is a man of many names and many faces. For well over half a decade, he's used his talent and influence in the Minecraft community to exploit its most vulnerable audience. Even as a teenager himself, signs of worrying and disgusting behavior were already beginning to emerge, and as time has gone by, the true nature of Hey I'm Dam as a person has been exposed to the world. He may not have been the most twisted and sinister person to have ever grazed the Minecraft community. He might not be the most prolific or the most infamous, but his unwillingness to relent and change his behavior over the course of 6 years and his audacity to keep forcing his way back into the community that has shunned him time and time again is undoubtedly a recipe for disaster. We're sure Damn can change. 20 or 30 years from now, it's unlikely that anyone will remember his time in this niche little corner of the internet. And you can argue that when he says he's done shielding his past, that he's never going back to his old ways, they truly means it. Sure, let's go with that. But no matter what, you cannot rewrite history, and you cannot deny the truth of his actions. Damn, you are not welcome back in this community. We aren't the first to say it, and we aren't going to be the last. You cannot be trusted with such a massive, young audience after everything you've done, no matter how much time has passed. And for everyone else watching, we appreciate you taking the time to do so. Take this as a reminder to always be vigilant and cautious when talking to people online. If you feel that someone you know is in danger, reach out to them and offer your support. You never know if you'll be the difference in preventing someone from becoming a victim.